Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel, where it is time for my Matchweek 26 predictions for the 2019-2020 Ladbrokes Premiership season. Another midweek card we have, and then obviously we've got weekend fixtures as well, followed by more fixtures next weekend as well. So lots of fixtures coming up for sure. So the last game week that I had, it was a pretty mixed week, it has to be said. It wasn't the best of weeks, it has to be said, but could be better. So, Aberdeen St Johnstone went for a 2-1 win to Aberdeen. It finished 1-0 to St Johnstone. Hearts Kilmarnock went for a 1-1 draw. That finished 3-2 to Kilmarnock. Motherwell Celtic, I went for a 3-1 win to Celtic. It finished 4-0 to Celtic. Rangers Hibs, I went for a 2-0 win to Rangers. Finished 2-1. Ross County Livingston went for a 3-1 win to Livingston, finished 2-0 to Ross County. And St Mirren Hamilton went for a 1-0 win to St Mirren, finished 1-1 between St Mirren and Hamilton. So the first game of the games tonight, subject to the weather obviously, because there's been a lot of snow recently, is Hamilton against Aberdeen. The last five between the sides have resulted in 1 win to Hamilton and 4 wins to Aberdeen. The last result was a 1-0 win to Aberdeen. Hamilton, obviously, they are coming off the back of a 4-1 defeat to Rangers in the Scottish Cup. Has to be said though, a second string Hamilton, it has to be said, wasn't a full strength Hamilton side. They gave Rangers a very, very good game, and obviously to go into the break 1-1, you would have expected Rangers to come out all guns blazing, but it had to be to their credit. Hamilton actually played very, very well, and it was a credit to them that they managed to get 1-1 in the half time. But obviously Rangers win in the end. But they're obviously coming off the back of a 1-1 draw with St Mirren in the league, and obviously they are off the bottom as it stands. So that was a good point for Hamilton away at St Mirren. Aberdeen, what has happened to their form? Aberdeen, no goals in the last 3. Obviously 0-0 against Rangers is a very, very good result. Then they lose 1-0 against St Johnstone, which is not a very good result. And then 0-0 against Kilmarnock in the Scottish Cup. So they are lacking goals, Aberdeen. But having said that, this is at the Foundation of Youth Stadium, and this is the only Tuesday night game. It is Hamilton-Aberdeen. I am going to go for Aberdeen to get a goal, but it'll be a very, very narrow 1-0 win over Hamilton. I'm going for Aberdeen, Hamilton 0, Aberdeen 1 in this game. I just think it'll be a very, very tight game. But I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to the Dons, and that would end their run of 3 without a goal, for sure. The next game we have, this is the Wednesday games now. We have Celtic against Hearts, and the last 5 between the sides have resulted in 5 wins to Celtic. 5 wins to Celtic. The last result was a 3-1 win to Celtic. Celtic going through very comfortably, 3-0 in the end against Clyde, and it was comfortable. It was really, really comfortable. Obviously their last league game they won 4-0 against Motherwell, and again, very, very comfortable. So Celtic, they're doing really, really well at this present moment in time, and you can't really see anyone stopping them at the moment. It's going really, really well for Celtic, and I think they will be determined to push on with another victory here. Hearts, obviously this is excuse me, this is first against bottom, obviously. Obviously Hearts 3-3 with St Johnstone, but then they go and lose 3-2 to Kilmarnock. Now, Joe Pereira's been getting a lot of stick recently. He's a good shot stopper, but obviously when it comes to trying to keep the ball out of the net, he's not very, very good. The other thing I want to say about Hearts is that Stephen A. Smith is captain. I can get that, okay? But in the comments, we'll ask people, who is the better captain? Because for me, Craig Halkett was a very good leader at Livingston. So I think he'd be a very good leader at Hearts. Stephen A. Smith doesn't strike me as a leader. So I think that Hearts need to change their captain, and for me, it should be Craig Halkett. But that's from a biased point of view, because obviously He was captain at Livingston. He was an absolute leader at Livingston. So I think it'd be very, very interesting to see how that will go. But going away to Celtic, I can't really see Hearts winning this one. I think Celtic will win this one very, very comfortably. Celtic 2, Hearts 0. I think it'll be a very, very comfortable win for Celtic. Hibernian against Ross County now, and the last 5 between the sides have resulted in 2 wins to Hibs, 1 win to County, and 2 draws. And the last result was a 2-2 draw between Hibs and Ross County. But obviously Ross County beat Hibs in the previous game up at Victoria Park. I know it's not called that. Globe Arena? I think that's what it's called now. Hibernian, obviously, coming off the back of a 4-1 win over BSC Glasgow. One thing I will say, though, Mark McNulty hat-trick, fantastic to see. Very, very good from him. Defensively, they are absolute shambles. There's something missing in that back line for Hibs, and I don't know if it's a leader. I don't know, but BSC Glasgow can go away from that game thinking that had they gone in at 2-2, it would have been a much different game, because I think they were probably the better side going into that game. Very unlucky to obviously losing out in the end, but 4-1. I think that I think that flattered Hibs, to be honest. It'd be interesting to see how well they do, because they're coming up against Ross County side, who in their last game beat Livingston 2-0, and it was a very good performance from Ross County. Obviously, Billy Mackay scoring twice as well. Ross County just needed a win, and they're going away. Their away form hasn't been great, but then again, I can't speak because obviously Livingston's away form is not very, very good either. So going into this game, I think Hibs will want to bounce back. Obviously, they did lose to Rangers last time in the league. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Hibernian in this game. Just think it'll be a very, very comfortable win for Hibernian. Kilmarnock against Rangers now. This is live on BT Sport. And the last 5 between the sides have resulted in 2 wins to Killie, 2 wins to Rangers, and 1 draw. The last result was a 2-1 win to Rangers. Kilmarnock getting a very, very impressive 3-2 win at Tynecastle. But Granescu will be suspended. Very, very stupid red card. Obviously, he got booked for giving away the penalty for Hearts. But what you don't do is you basically throw the ball away. That's one thing you don't do. You don't do that. So that's another thing you can say. But Kilmarnock, to their credit, they have really turned a corner. They've really, really turned a corner. Obviously, a 3-2 win over Hearts, as I said. And then obviously a 0-0 getting a replay with Aberdeen. So obviously that'll be back at Rugby Park. So it's very, very good for Killie. And they'll be confident going into this game, because Rangers, obviously they won 4-1 against Hamilton. And then obviously they beat Hibs 2-1. Hadji getting the winner for Rangers against Hibs. And it has to be said that Morelos got a goal, so he looks back to his best as well. So it's going to be a very interesting game. However, I just think Rangers will want to get this win, because I would expect Celtic to beat Hearts. So I'm going to say that Kilmarnock Rangers will be a 2-1 win to Rangers in this game. I think we're a very, very close game, but it'll be a very good game to watch for sure. Livingston against St Mirren now, and the last 5 between the sides have resulted in 2 wins to Livingston, 2 wins to St Mirren, and 1 draw. The last result was a 2-1 win to Livingston. Livingston have had 2 performances that is just not like them. Okay, yes, they were both away from home, but against Ross County, very, very poor. Didn't get going in that game. Against Inverness, they just never got going at all, and Inverness thoroughly deserved to win. So Livingston coming back in front of their home fans, and I think they'll be glad to be coming back in front of their home fans, because the last 2 games that they've played, they've been very, very poor, very, very poor in both of them. So I think that's one thing you can say for sure. So it'll be interesting to see how well they do. But obviously St Mirren, they are coming off the back of 2 1-1 draws. 1-1 draw with Hamilton and a 1-1 draw with Motherwell. So obviously they got the replay at Fir Park. And St Mirren, they're doing okay. But goals have been a problem for St Mirren, and you know, they're going away to Livingston, who've kept, you know, 6 clean sheets on the bounce at home. I'm going to say that they will get a 7th clean sheet. Obviously, Robbie McCrory will be back in goal for Livingston after being cup-tied for the game. Never back against Livingston at home. That's one thing I can say about that one. Livingston 2, St Mirren 0. I wouldn't be too surprised if Livingston get the win there. And the final game to preview is St Johnstone against Motherwell. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 1 win to St Johnstone and 4 wins to Motherwell. The last meeting was a 1-0 win to Motherwell. St Johnstone, obviously, they are coming off the back of replay. No, actually, they beat St Johnstone, didn't they? They beat Ayr United in the cup. So that was a very good result for them. Also, the fact is that they won 1-0 against Aberdeen as well. Very, very good win in the league. And you know, again, another side that have really turned a corner, St Johnstone. I think before the turn of the year, I think it was like 2 wins in 10. Now I think it's like no defeat in about 4 or 5 games. It's very, very good for St Johnstone. And it's a very, very tricky game because Motherwell, they're coming off the back, obviously, a 1-1 draw with St Mirren. Obviously, a replay to take place at Fir Park. Also, the fact they lost 4-0 to Celtic, but no disgrace in losing to probably the best side in the country at the moment is Celtic. So going for this game, I think it'll be a very, very close game. Probably one that may fall foul to the weather because obviously it has been snowing a lot in Perth. So it'll be interesting to see if that one goes ahead because obviously all these games will be subject to the weather and we'll see what happens with them. But I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between St Johnstone and Motherwell. So that is it. That is my match week 26 predictions done and dusted. Go for them very, very quickly again. Hamilton 0, Aberdeen 1, Celtic 2, Hibernian 0, Celtic 2, Hearts 0, I should say. Hibernian 3, Ross County 1. Kilmarnock 1, Rangers 2. Livingston 2, St Mirren 0. And St Johnstone 1, Motherwell 1. So that is it. That is my match week 26 predictions done and dusted for another week. Guys, if you want to have your predictions, then put them in the comment section below. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Smash a like on this video, leave a comment as well, and subscribe if you're new as well. That would be very, very good. But we'll see if all these fixtures go ahead or if the weather plays havoc to these fixtures. We shall see what happens for sure. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back very, very soon with some more videos. Obviously, like I've said, like this video, smash a like, leave a comment, it'd be absolutely fantastic, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. See you all later. Bye bye.